Hello, everyone. I'm Michiko Hayashi from Emoto Peace Project in Tokyo, Japan. Today, I have this beautiful woman whose name is Elena Benigni. She is a certified HADO instructor who lives in Rome. Are you living in Rome, right? Rome in Italy. And hi, Elena.
Hi, Michiko. Nice to meet you.
Good to have you. Thank you so much for being here with me today. So excited to interview you today. Let me introduce you to our audience today, okay? A medical doctor, Elena Benigni, graduated in medicine and surgery in Reus in Spain in 2009 and began her research in the field of holistic medicines with a diploma in anthroposophical medicine. That's kind of difficult. Obtained in 2010 in Dornach in Switzerland. Always inspired by the contact with nature and convinced of its great healing power, she explores approaches such as homeopathy, shamanism, music therapy, placental medicine, Polyvagal theory, HADO, vibration, natural nutrition, and martial arts, formulating the foundations for a natural medicine in 2017 and publishing her book, Natural Medicine, Taking Care of the Soul and Body with Love. That's beautiful. In 2011, she worked as a family and community doctor in Plasencia in Spain before returning to Italy and graduating in family medicine in 2014. In 2012 and 2013, she met Dr. Emoto twice in Italy and in Japan. And taking great inspiration from his view and embracing deeply his mission about spreading consciousness and new science about water, and giving a seminar about music therapy and breastfeeding in the HADO school where she studied too. After that experiences, she organized Emoto Peace Project's events in Italian schools and rice experiment in some hospitals. I remember this, that she sent me the pictures. That was very fascinating. She also integrated HADO teachings in her way to prepare homeopathy and natural remedies. Since 2013, she had been giving lectures about lifestyle medicine, community medicine, and unconventional therapies, teaching such topics also at the specific schools for general medicine in Rome. In 2019, she opened the family medicine practice in Rome in the hope of being able to offer an integrated natural medicine adapted to the needs of the community. In 2020, she discovers Dr. Natasha Campbell McBride's GAPs. Is that how you call GAPs?
Kind of diet, not an approach of healing through food.
Okay, which she adds as a milestone in the healthcare of her family and her patients for healing the gut and his microbiome. She is an independent researcher in noetic sciences. She's a mother and author of children's books and poetry. Wow. Ooh, what a background you have.
I'm just a curious person, you know.
Very curious. I remember that you came to HADO school to Tokyo. That was when Dr. Emoto was still alive, right?
Yeah, it was the last year, I think.
I think that was one of the last HADO schools that he gave.
I think the last.
Was that the last one? Yeah. Well, so you're lucky that you took that course from him directly.
I think so.
Yeah, really.
I'm sure that the school is great now too, but it was so good to meet him.
Oh, thank you. Yes, we really, do you know, it's been almost 7 years since he passed, 6 years and a half since he passed. Time went really fast.
Yeah.
And we continue to have these HADO schools, but last year and this year, it's been a little difficult because the borders
nobody can travel. Nobody can travel.
No.
And are you doing online?
We plan to do it online this year. Last year we didn't do it, but this year we're planning to do it. Certain things that we cannot do, such as people who want to take the water crystal photos in our laboratory. But other than that,
yes, to have invent other experiments.
Right. Yeah.
Or to involve laboratory in the place where all the HADO instructor, want to study.
Right. Yeah. And it's really interesting to see each single person's water crystal pictures that they take. They're all different, but usually they take beautiful crystals. So
there is a nice experiment that I did in an hospital where I also did the rice experiment, but I proposed another one because more or less all the hospitals have laboratories and microscope, even if not electrical microscope, they may have optical microscope. And I proposed to look at the drop of blood of a person that was taking water, normal water or vitalized water.
How is it?
And the shapes of erythrocytes changed. They became, I have some picture, but they became more round and more like full of water.
Right. I've seen that too. When I was in the United States, some of my friends were doing the research on blood. So I took my own blood and observed with a microscope also. And before you drink your really good water and after the water, I mean, the blood really changes.
They change and very fast.
It
change like in 10 minutes or something like that. And it's a very, very beautiful experience because you are looking at your own blood interacting with water.
Yeah. And that shows that it's really important for us to drink good water.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Yeah. So, well.
And see what good is, what good means doing different experiments, no? You can study the quality of water if you vitalize, if you pray, if you do rituals.
See, a lot of people don't understand that every single water is different, but every single water is different. And when we drink water from tap water, by the time the water comes to our home, most of them are really dead water. So we have to revitalize that water so that, we want to drink vitalized water,
The good news is that it's just 1 second to vitalize water. So it's not like to change big things.
No. You don't
many ways, but you can also just, create a little vortex or just giving thanks. It's maybe very easy.
Right, yeah. So you did some events of Emoto Peace Project's events in Italian schools. What kind of event did you do?
Yeah, I enjoyed so much. We organized the courses from little children from 3 years old till like 12 more or less, and we did different kind of jokes, experiments. Of course, we read the Emoto Peace Project book to the children.
Yeah, thank you.
Also with slides, and it's a pleasure. And I also rewrite the story of the drop of water, coming from the space, from ice from the space, and coming on Earth and meeting all the animals inside the Earth and the plants, and then forming little rivers and then big rivers that give life to the cities and to the people, and then she or it came back to the sea and then evaporating to the sky. All the cycle of life through a drop of water that I first read on a Dr Emoto book, and then it stayed with me in my heart. I use it as a metaphor many times in different situations with children, but also with patients. And I have now a book about this, and a friend of mine is illustrating.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, good. That's nice. So right now, I know that you just had 2 twin boys also 3 months ago. So I remember that you are talking about the importance of breastfeeding also.
To the HADO school. Because I was doing a study about music therapy and biofeedback during the breastfeeding time, especially in the first days in a Roman hospital. Because my hypothesis was that it's more easy than usually we think that a mother could recover the natural milk and breastfeed the kids. And so I thought, if we create a little field of coherence with their heart, the heart of the mother and the baby, the milk flow. This was my hypothesis. And I asked it to the chef of the pediatric ward if we can check this, music from the heart. Kind of so. We did little study because I have just 1 month of time to do this. So we had 20 women, but it worked so well.
Wow.
The protocol was mothers that complain about, I don't have enough milk in the first days after giving birth. We propose, let's take half an hour to stay together with the child and listen together your heart music.
Oh, wow.
While taking in her arms. So,
that's beautiful. I think we are human beings are also, in a way, we're still animals. I mean, when we look at human beings, the universe.
Mammals.
Mammals. Right.
We need all the activation factors of our neurological mammals path that work with love, caring, engagement, social engagement, and also art, also chanting, or all the beautiful activities that human beings create and also mammals create.
Sure. So when we're holding the baby, if we are holding the babies, naturally our breast milk will come out. I mean, because of our love for babies. I mean, that's how it functions,
It's physiologically, you can see it following the activation of hormones and of neurotransmittori, of neurological path, that when the mother has his baby on her heart, oxytocin and all the hormones that we call love hormones are higher and produced. And of course, these hormones deal with the physiological needs of the kids and of the mother. And these are the same path, neurological path, or hormonal path of pleasure, any kind of pleasure, sexual pleasure, and social engagement pleasure and enjoyment.
Well, good. Well, because these days mothers are so busy, and as soon as the baby, to me, everything is against nature. What's happening these days in the society is against nature, because we are, as mammal, we are supposed to be spending more time with babies, breastfeeding, holding the babies, talking to babies, taking care of the babies all the time. And that's how babies feel mother's love, parents' love, and that's how their consciousness or their emotions become very stable and learn that they are loved. So by the time they're a little older, they feel free to do anything.
It's true. Yeah. They feel safe, they feel loved. And of course, if you think about the world and about yourself, that you are safe and loved, the world is yours. I mean,
yeah,
you can express whatever you bring inside your soul, because we came, I think we born with something special to bring here and to share with others.
You're right. That's beautiful. So now, as a medical doctor, what do you do? I mean, are you still in a clinic or?
No, last year, really, I opened a public office with the National Health System for Family Medicine.
Oh.
And yes, so I have this consultation. Of course, I also do my private things like homeopathy and different techniques of natural healing, but I try to integrate or to offer something also to the public system. And for now, it's working.
Oh, good. Well, you said that you natural romantic or nature romantic or something. You see fairies or angels, or you communicate with them, or do you go to the nature, or?
Yeah, I have a very strong relation with nature and natural spirits. And from the beginning of my life here, especially when I was a child, I cannot say see, but feel and communicate with the spirits of nature, like plants and also other kind of beings. So I forget about this topic during a big part of my life, but I recently felt back the needs to do so, and to also to speak about that very simply, because it is simple, like speaking with you. It's the same that speaking with a flower. And there are more worries about, like, oh, I can understand wrong, or at least people that spoke with me about this topic, how can you say that that's true, or how can you know that this is right? But there is no difference. You cannot say the same even if you speak with someone or with yourself. You have to, you can trust, you can try, you can be wrong. It's like experiences, life.
Well, I think everything on this earth, like trees, plants, flowers, insects, rocks, like water too, of course, everything has its own consciousness. So when we try to sincerely communicate with them, we can communicate, I think.
Yeah, I found my way of explain differences that I feel between communication with stones or crystals and between and with the plants, for example. But I don't know if it's true. It's just my way, the way that works for me.
So for you, in your case, you communicate with flowers in your certain way to communicate with flowers, and with trees, you communicate with trees in a different way from flowers. Is that how you do?
For the plants, more or less, is kind of the same way, but there is a big difference. Not big, but quite big difference. For example, from a tree and with a stone. Because it's a different way of vibrating together. Because for me, communication with natural spirits, it's posture, like a behave that you take to resonate in the way they are speaking. And to me, for example, crystals speak in a way that is, they speak to me about stories, about what happened in that place, or yeah, about informations of the place from long ago. And this doesn't happen with plants, for example. To me, they are not communicating this kind of information. They speak about their self and their harmony and the present moment of the healing that they bring to humans, or yeah, they speak about their self.
They speak about themselves, the flowers and plants. That's interesting. And the rocks like to talk about the places and where the history and how they the time went, and how the information from the
what happened there. And they speak to me like testigos.
Yeah, that's like a it's more like someone who's giving the testimony.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wow. Interesting. How do you do that? I mean, do you just talk with them? I mean, telepathically, or do you hold them when you?
Speaking, depend, because if, for example, if you are in a place with many rocks, best place is sit and breathe, and try to put your body vibrating to their frequencies. That is, just feel them. Like when you have a person in front of you, and you try to understand him or her, you put in a position yourself to be opened and to vibrate together.
Right. Yeah.
If you try to explain in these difficult ways, but if you don't think about it, you just put in front and it happens.
So when you're near the rocks, you can feel their vibration.
Yeah, and
you can receive information, whatever they're trying to share with you. Is that how you?
Kind of, and I can choose to tune to just, or mainly to these frequencies. I forget about many things, almost everything, and I start to listen to their stories.
Wow, interesting. So every single rock has different story?
Completely different stories.
And you can understand
depending on places. There are magic places, like places where humans in the ancient time was doing rituals or special activities, that every stone has a story.
How interesting. Oh, I would love to hear them talk about the ancient time also.
I would love to do it with you once in some place in the world.
Okay, that would be fun. And the flowers are always talking about themselves, huh?
Mainly themselves, and also what I received the first times that I was speaking with plants was a technique of exchanging gifts. What flowers and plants tell to me is they tell me very beautiful things about myself.
That's nice.
Yes, and they always I answer the same because I love them too, and they are beautiful. And then after this first exchange of compliments, they say, I can offer this to you. You want it? Like, for example, I spoke yesterday with a mimosa. There's a yellow
mimosa.
And she told me, if you want, you can take my beauty. And I say, oh yes, please, I want to like awaken inside myself your kind of beauty that is so fresh and so I'm in the process of taking her beauty.
So she shares the beauty of herself with you?
Yeah.
Energetically.
Yes.
So what would you say to people? A lot of times when we see beautiful flowers in nature, I don't do it, but many people do it without even thinking. They would say, oh, what a beautiful flower. They pick them.
Yeah.
And that makes me feel really bad, because they feel ouch, hurt, you know, because they have their life also.
Yes, of course. My view about that is, I'm not sure, but for example, if there is a flower that you love, that you see just this flower inside all green stuffs, it means that he's communicating to you.
Oh,
yes, for me it's like that.
Yeah.
I see like a very touching color, or when I see a specific details in all the nature, but just one detail, is because he or she is telling me something.
That makes sense. But it doesn't mean that you can pick it.
I don't think it's the best way, but of course I can understand the wish of having for you, just for you, this beautiful.
If I want to take it with me, I would probably say, you're so beautiful. Can I pick you? Would you like to come along with me?
This is a very beautiful test to do. Very easy also. If you ask a plant, please, can I take this part of you? You can, and if you wait for the answer, and if the answer is yes, the piece that you are speaking about is like it's very easy to take. No effort. You don't need any effort. You don't need to broke.
You know, if everybody does that, that means everybody is respecting every single thing in the world, in nature. So that would be really nice, because I mean, instead of throwing away things or picking things, I mean, not respecting nature. But when we talk about flowers communicating with you, and
I think that the first step is to be so respectful with one own, you know, because it's very difficult or almost impossible if you treat yourself bad. You can have the sensitivity to do better things with other beings. So coming back to the beginning of our conversation, I think the first relation with the mother is so important, and also with the world and with the family, with the father, of course. Yes, because if you feel loved and respected, that's like almost done.
Love needs to be from within. Everything is from within. So many, many of us are looking for love outside, peace outside, but actually everything is within.
Yeah, I agree. You know, I started a new process of loving myself from the moment I have it for by chance here, but from the moment that I started meditating here. Mirror.
Mirror, yes. Looking at yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, plants suggested to me this ritual to soul's gift exchange, I called. Firstly, I thought, oh, if I can do it with a plant, I want to do it with a person. And so I tried with some people, and I called this ritual soul gift exchange. And one day I was thinking, but I really wish to do it like all the time with so beautiful people all around the world. How can I do soul gift exchange all the time? And the answer came.
Wonderful. Yeah, mirror. Remember, Dr. Emoto used to say that water is the mirror of our heart. So when you see yourself, you see everything about yourself, and love comes to you when you really deeply looking into yourself. Just your eyes are really, I notice when I see myself in the mirror and I look deeply into my eyes, my own eyes, I can feel my own soul.
Yeah, I think the same.
Yeah.
You know, our mirror and water as a mirror are very magic tools, because they transmutate, esoteric medically speaking, we have this ancient knowledge, what is inside is outside, what is below is above, and all this. And you can see it directly in a mirror or inside a water surface.
Do you sometimes give advice to your patients? Just something like that? I mean, do you suggest your patients to look at themselves in the mirror?
As a patient, I did not do till today, but I don't think it's impossible. I was guiding.
They may think that you are a very unique doctor.
Yeah, in fact, because they came to me with different questions. It's not that I cannot say, but they ask me different things. Like so, it's difficult to arrive to this point. But for example, I guided some full moon meditation, and I used I suggested to use the mirror at the beginning. Very, very beautiful.
Oh, really? Wow.
Also because I don't like to guide, because everyone guides himself.
Sure.
So it's a good way to start every activities that you propose to others. And also to see the full moon inside the mirror is an amazing experience. I really suggest all the people that are interested to do it, and also to look inside the mirror, the moon, and put your side unfocused.
Unfocused.
If you do it, you will have a very good surprise.
On the full moon day or new moon? Full moon?
No, you have to look at the moon inside the mirror. You can also do it directly. You can also look directly the full moon and unfocus the side. I see. No? And you will see a drawing inside the moon.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I know it.
Well, usually we focus when we see it.
Exactly. But unfocused, the moon inside will reveal your drawings.
Wow. Okay. I'll try that. I'll try that. That sounds kind of interesting. I've never thought about that.
So. I never thought too. It happened one day when I was looking at the moon. I went, wow, that's how it came from this and this and this.
Right now, I know that here in Japan, because of Corona, many hospitals have less patients because they don't want to go to the hospital.
That's very good, no?
It's good. And so maybe they take care of themselves. We all take care of ourselves because we don't want to go to the doctor.
That would be wonderful. A good new beginning of self-healing, and also taking your own everything responsibility and caring.
Actually, I think they really know how to take care of themselves, but until now they've forgotten. So if there's anything, they would go to the doctor, medical doctor, to the hospital, to the clinic. But actually, because of coronavirus, people started to stay home instead of going to the hospital. So they learned how to take care of themselves, better care of themselves. And so
it may seem easier to ask, what I can solve this and have an answer in back, but it's not. It's much more complex, because it will be difficult to resolve really if you don't do by your own.
You're right. Yeah. So what is the situation there in Rome? Are you under lockdown still, even now?
Not really lockdown now. We just have, normal, very complex rules about how and when to go to school, and when you can come back if you have influenza or some symptoms.
Right.
We have many rules, many difficult rules. Young people cannot have a social life.
Well, here in Japan either. I mean, right, poor young people, because they can't go to schools. They have to stay home. They take all the online classes and just no social life right now. So it's really difficult for young people. older people also.
The ones that I met are very scared about life, just about life.
Wow.
What I,
yes. Why? Because of this corona?
I think because that basically they charge with all the emotional things going around. But the logical thought is I worry about, touch people or having sex with my girlfriend or.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That's.
Really?
Yes. Oh, I have, yesterday I saw a guy that had normal mal di gola, pain in the throat.
The throat? Uh-huh.
Say, oh, but now it's Valentine's Day and I don't know if I can meet my girlfriend because it may be coronavirus, but I did the test, but it was negative, but it may be, wow.
Yeah. Everything, all that they can think of is about coronavirus. So I'm just suggesting people to turn off the TV. when you have the TV on, all they talk about is numbers of coronavirus, how many people died and all that. And I say, I don't know anyone who has coronavirus. I mean, I personally don't know anyone.
I know positive people, but and also some people that died, but because I have medical doctor, so it happened all the years, all the time. It's not nothing new. And I know also many people positive and then negative and then without symptoms and with symptoms, and people that took vaccination and are positive.
When we are living here, we have so many things happening, and if our immune system is really high enough, we may get it, we may not. Just like the flu, just like a regular cold, we may get it. And if my immune system is very low, and if I have some another Crohn disease or something, then I may get really, my symptom may get very severe. So, I mean, we can't really say, but the only thing I know is I do not want to live in this fear. I'd rather, for me, every moment, every minute is so precious that I want to enjoy it. I want to enjoy being with my family, being with my friends, being able to share this information, talk to you and all that. I mean, instead of being so fearful about everything,
I agree, completely agree. And I also think I have my theories about what viruses and bacteria and fungi and protozoa are for humans. Friends.
They're friends.
Yes, they are mechanism. Some of them are living beings and collaborate together. There is this Dr. Natasha Campbell McBride, that I wrote something on my biography that explained very well in a book the parallelism between organism in the soil, in the earth, and inside the human body. Telling the function are the same. They are not against you. They are they're working together. And if we do not understand how they work, it's our problem. It's a big problem because we go against and we kill them and try to kill them. Maybe we can't, but
sanitizer everywhere. We're killing out with alcohol. We're killing all the good germs, good bacteria too. We're killing everything. When we kill everything, how can we stay alive?
We kill life. Exactly. It's the same that we do in agriculture, but hopefully I think we are stopping slowly. We are starting from the agriculture, but I think it will become also something useful for medicine. I don't know, but
I think
we are working for that.
Right now, this is the time that everything is shifting. So is, even though it may seem like it's a very difficult time and everything is going somewhere strange and going off the track, but I feel something really bright. I see something really bright. This is changing the world, and people, more and more people are being aware, awakening and learning, knowing that killing these germs are not the answer.
Absolutely.
Living
And
in harmony with all nature is the answer.
I think we have to speak and write about these topics, because we create morphogenetic fields, and people and especially young people can connect even without knowing us.
Right. Yeah.
And go further.
Yeah.
Take these little thoughts of us and go further.
Right. Well, I'm so happy that you have 3 children now. They're going to be beautiful and bright, just like their mother, you know.
They are very lovely. Very, very much more beautiful and
smart. Yeah. Because of you. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, I guess it's about time. And when let's see, is there anything you would like to share with everyone before we finish? Someone who wants to contact you, do you have any website or?
Now I just opened my Instagram profile in Italian, but so it's maybe not, it's Medicina Naturale.
Medicina Naturale?
There is my Facebook profile, personal profile, with some pages also. Okay. My email, you can write an email if you want.
Okay, I will write down your email so that if they want to contact. And you are in Instagram, Medicina Naturale. Okay, great. All right. Well, it was so good to see you and talk to you.
It was a big pleasure to me.
And enjoy raising your children with so much love. I know you're doing everything you can with so much love, so much gratitude, and having fun also.
Yes, I'm learning and I'm happy to do it.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Elena.
And thank you all the people, HADO people.
I will share what you said with the HADO and other people in my office too. All right?
Yeah.
Well, everyone, thank you so much for watching us. And I love you all. And I thank you so much. And I hope you all have a wonderful and happy day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Elena. Bye.
Thank you.